bring up, so our next computer will talk about building financial expectations and how this impacts health, disparity, and disease in all communities. And
we're all team, one dream, one system, one cause. We got any entrepreneurs in the house? My whole life I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I look at all the people that we look up to in society, and we put so much emphasis on the celebrities, movie stars, the athletes, the people that probably did something once and then we idolize those people. You know, the people I've always looked up to the most, those entrepreneurs. My name is I'll tell you a little bit about my story and how I started in this business. I was the wrong person. I was 19 years old. I grew up on a farm in Saskatchewan. I farmers house. Yeah, one of them. Lost the business and we went to bankruptcy. I remember we bought a new van, and I remember literally out of our driveway. And we never had money after that. Do you guys know the Pizza Hut or Subway that you get once a month from school? Everyone pays $5 and you get a special lunch. I brought a lunch box, right? Because there was many times that we couldn't afford the $5. And my whole life I wanted to make a lot of money. I wanted to get out of that spot. I wanted to run a business. Of all the things I value in life, having control of my life and my decisions is the most important. I hated as a kid feeling out of control. That all the decisions around me were dictated by someone else, because we never had the money, we never had control, we never had the money. And that was me. And I had no real direction. I went to the military when I was in high school. When I was done, I went to construction. I apprenticed as a carpenter. And about a year and a half later, I had moved to Calgary. And I was sitting with my aunt and uncle one night. I was watching TV, and my auntie's sister was over talking about World Financial. I was 19 years old, and I heard this business, and it sounded incredible. She talked about there was a guy making some really big money, and I thought, that sounds awesome. And she said running a business, and she had made $8,000 part-time that month. And I just said, man, is this something that I can do too? She said you can join on a part-time basis. And there was a spark that was ignited. And I thought, man, if this could be something that I could do, that I could get free. And so I started on a part-time basis. And I'm a very hardworking guy. I came from hardworking parents. And I went to work. I did everything that they told me. And the beginning of my journey, I've never been a fast guy. I'll tell you, I'm one of the people that you've probably recruited, but never built. I think every single person is buildable if you have the right coach. You know, it took me 4 years of working full time to become a marketing director, of showing up very early in the morning, working every single day. It took me 5 years to become a senior marketing director. In fact, it wasn't until I met our head coach. In my 4th year in the business, I met Coach, and I started my journey of learning how to build. And you know, even with that, I worked so hard, but it still wasn't an overnight. I mean, I know there's many of you that are probably at the MD, SME level, making around $100,000 a year. It took me 5 more years of working very hard to cross to cross $250,000. You know, I feel like that was kind of the phase 2 of the journey. Once you become an SMD, we worked so hard, and then we worked hard just to build one SMD in that whole time, right? Had a mini explosion, but then plateaued for years. But you know what? I had the right coach, and we had the right system. If it wasn't for financial education, there's no way I would be here. Because when you're down, and when you're just thinking about money, most of the time, that's not for other things. But we had a community, we had an education platform, and I was able to have something to believe in, and I stuck around. And you know, the last, I'll share a couple slides. That's my beautiful family. Isn't that awesome? My wife is here with me, and we're just so lucky that we get to build this business together. She actually dropped the kids off in Mexico City right before this, so she met me. She's flew in from Mexico, and kids are with Grandma and Grandpa. My daughter Ava, she's 6 years old, and little Alex is almost 3. You know, it's incredible. I never had a passport until I was 21 years old, and little Alex is 2,600. My daughter is 6. She's been to 7 or 8 countries, all with WSP. Next. I want to share with you, this was before the pandemic. If we actually, I think I gave them the wrong slide. If I was to fast forward that from 2018 to 2019, that was probably the lowest point I had in my business. We had went through a change of offices. There was a lot of internal conflict. I'm someone that I don't care what a person thinks of me, but I do care but I do care, right? I don't care, but I do care. And so there was some tough stuff that we went through, and we were at a spot that in the entire year before that we had done 49 recruits in our big shop. That was the lowest point. I wouldn't have quit the business, but in my head I had almost quit the business because I had joined. You know, you start to follow a leader, right? And thinking probably like an employee, right? And if you don't get the recognition or the whatever, you kind of die. And we had the business saved in 2019 because of training capital. But you can still see that we couldn't recruit. It wasn't until the company started. You can see early 2020, we went to double-digit revenue for the first time, and we haven't stopped. If you fast forward the next 12 months, so you can see we went from about 600,000 points to the next. This is the last 12 months. You can see we're now doing about 30 plus recruits in our base shop. We're at over 30 recruits so far this month, and we're running about a 200,000 point a month base shop. Is there anyone there that wants to learn how to be able to make a total turnover in your business? Well, I hope that's why you came. You know, you probably never came here just to get motivated. That's the difference between an employee versus an entrepreneur. See, an employee needs to get motivated. An employee needs to get something external. An entrepreneur, they just need the path to run. They just need the open road. And I'm going to share some of the things that help to build us. And you got to write this down. Number one, you got to sell out to your bubble chart. The difference between a manager versus a leader or an entrepreneur. The manager needs to find good people. The entrepreneur takes raw material and they build them. But you have to know where to look. From 8 a.m. until noon, that's the time where you build your business. And Coach told this to me years ago, but it never clicked until the last few years. But when you wake up in the morning, what are you focused on? Focus on who's recruiting something, or are you focused on looking at your business and you ask the question with each bubble to say, who can I build today? Who can have one more recruit? Who needs to finish their 330? Who needs to get 2 licenses? Who needs to earn a paycheck this week? Who's going to be at the BPM tonight? Who's going to be at the workshop tonight? That one exercise changed our business. You see, I was never brought up in a business where someone taught me how to build. Building is more than just recruiting. If we are just recruiting and selling people the dream, you have to get very lucky. I don't know about you, but I don't believe in luck either. I can't wait long enough. But I see there's a lot of people, they just recruit, and then they get people to come on Tuesday nights and Saturday mornings, and they teach them and they manage. And that's not a real entrepreneur. A real entrepreneur knows how to be able to build each person. I believe that any single person can be built because any single person, you can build a list with them. You can take your finger at any bubble that you point at, you can cause an explosion. You know, you heard that you're one recruit away from an explosion? You're that recruit. You can't just sit around waiting to find the right recruits. You can go and build them. I'll tell you this. See, I'm a business owner. I love it that I have the ability to go anywhere. You know, when Coach was talking today, I'm getting so fired up because I said, God, if he was selling franchises called WSB, and inside it, you could build a business, an agency, anywhere across Canada and the US. You have a network of other entrepreneurs that will work with. You have the coaching program called TypeX. You have over 300 financial centers that you can plug into. I think I would have wrote a check for how much? $250,000? How much is that worth? $500,000? I think I can make millions of dollars a year. But it's no good if we don't go to work on it. So if you want to get to 100,000 points a month, which do you think is easier? Doing 100,000 points a month in the city that you're in? Or having 5 locations that do 20,000 each? Or maybe 10 locations that do 10,000 each? You know, I have 11. I have a base shop in 11 locations. So we don't have that big of a business. We just have 11 locations that do 20,000 each, and that's 200,000 a month. So you got to build long distance. You see, with each person that you best people aren't in the city that they're in, but you got to get out. I'm so excited right now because I see that the rest of the market is, the service is so bad since COVID. Have you noticed that? Everywhere you go, every hotel restaurants, airline, any store I walk into, I'm just appalled by how bad the service is. And I think people have gotten so lazy, from the owners of the business trying to cut costs, to the attitudes of the managers, right down to the level of the employee. But you know what? As an entrepreneur, I'm freaking fired up. Because this is our time to be able to go steal market share. Man, I look at the financials. I got clients that say we've been trying to get a meeting with our bank, but it's a 3-week wait to be able to get in. I look at the rest of the industry, whether it's inside WFG or it's outside WFG. People are closing down offices because it's easier to run a business from Zoom. There's never been a better time to be able to go capture the market, but you need to go and get out. I'm traveling again. Every week, I'm face to face with people. You know, there's a lot of things that I'm not good at. I know that. From the moment I joined the business, I knew that there's things that I'm just never going to be as good as another person, and it's going to take me longer to understand stuff. But the one thing that I can control is I can control my activity. And I go to work. See, as an entrepreneur, you have the ability to make as much money as you want. And when you're in a business as good as ours for the consumer, you know, Henry Ford said, the principal purpose of business is not to make money, but it's to bring value to the consumer. So we can feel good about making a lot of money when our focus is on value to the consumer, right? So why aren't you making $20,000 a month? Do you know that we're in the same business? I'm going to show you something. Next slide. Okay. By the way, before I joined WFG, I made $16 an hour. And for me, I got a raise. The difference between $15 and $16 is such a big deal. It was a big deal. This is just June and July, May, June, and July. Look at that's. You have the dates. The 5th of May, 7,000. The 10th of May, 25,000. The 12th of May, 6,900. 700. That's what it was. 28,000 on the 17th. 5,700. You know, WFG paid over $750,000 the last 12 months. Do you know you and I have the same license? Do you know that there's nothing special about me than you? There's no secret in the business. Why is everyone calling me? And people might think I'm really just, but I have so much time to do some meetings. And what do you want? I love you. I want to help you. But you know the help you need is you need to go to work. And I mean this with no disrespect. But I have not invited anyone to talk to my team. Ask my team. My team doesn't know that there's other leaders. Why? What's another leader going to tell my team? I'll tell you, if you are frustrated that your team is not listening to you, you are the problem. Go and get new people. I tell you, we got some great freaking people. You know, we got a guy on our team today. So far this month as an MP, 21 people. But I'll tell you something. If he's still the guy I'm talking about 90 days from now, I'm a loser. Because I'm going to go find someone better than him. And I'm going to go find 10 more legs like that. You and I have the same license. You and I each have 24 hours in a day. What does your day look like? Go up to the office. Do you think you could recruit me to your business if you're at home? I'll tell you, the reason why, you know, we have a very high quality, high identity group of people in my team. You know why? Because I have a high identity. You know why? Because I go to work. I know that I deserve it. Quit trying to just recruit the lowest hanging fruit. Recruit everyone. But there's many people I see with who they go and put on their bubble chart. It's the people they know that need this. They say, yeah, this guy, he doesn't have a job. They say, when did he lose his job? Like in 2018. And say, well, this person, okay, tell me about them. Well, they just came to Canada last night. Okay, they're students. Okay, what about them? Sometimes you don't want to talk to the person who's killing it at their job, the person who's the director of an agency, the person who's an engineer with a good career, the person who's the economics professor. But you don't want to talk to them because you don't know what you would do with them. You see, as an entrepreneur, this entire business is on you. See, that's the good news. That's also the bad news. I don't know any secrets of the business. And in fact, I don't know how to build people either. But all I can do is I can fly to Fort McMurray and I can have dinner with the team. And I can fly to Thunder Bay and we can have a meeting with a group full of people. And I can fly to Phoenix and I can fly to Houston and I can fly to Calgary and I can touch more people and I can do more presentations every day. I can get more of my team to the office. And I know that with a relentless spirit, you find the right people and you start to build. You know, I think it's so crazy that the society today has a very screwed up mindset. We have a very get rich quick type of mentality. We want something for nothing. See, you want the secret, but you don't want to do the work. Even the way we recruit people in WFG, you know how I was recruited to WFG, which I believe probably held me back up until now, is Landon. You can come in here, you can work hard for a few years, you can build a team of slaves that will keep working. And then you don't need to work anymore, you can just sit back and you can golf. You know, very few entrepreneurs that are real entrepreneurs. See, if your principal purpose is just to make money, you're going to have an issue. But if you want to make a lot of money, you got to think like an entrepreneur. See, there's no business in the world that runs without the person running it. Agree? As soon as that happens, what does the CEO do? He sells the business, or he steps down and finds a new CEO. I would rather recruit someone and show them what they need to do to win than try to sell a dream that isn't real. Are you a get-rich-quick kind of person, or are you an entrepreneur? Let's see. I tell you, if I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not walking around during convention. I'm not showing up late. I'm not trying to leave early. I'm not browsing Facebook. I'm not text messaging the weak people that aren't here to try to give them some life support. The best teacher that you have is yourself. You know when they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears? the real student is ready, the teacher disagrees. See, you have everything you need inside you. Can I give you the best exercise that will probably save your life? In fact, it's not just your business life, it'll probably save your marriage. And it'll probably save your health. On a sheet of paper, draw a line down the middle. And on one column, write down why I win. And on the other column, write down why I lose. You don't need to buy another personal development. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to go in at a seminar. You don't need to call me anymore. Just so keep going. You have all the answers. You know the problem. You know what the problem is in your marriage. You know what you need to do to change your health. It's not go and buy a book. You know why you aren't making money in this business. Despite running around for all the answers, because then it's easy you can tell your spouse that you don't know. I don't know why I don't get money. I'm gonna go to another event. I'm gonna find out why I don't make money. But then at 9 a.m., where are you? See, we are the best teachers. We do have the answers inside of us. I believe that. I believe that the truth is often harsh, but it's always true. You know, the results that we get in our life are a byproduct of the habits that we have. If you want to change the result, you need to change your habits. You know, a big problem that I see with many, and including myself, is when we have a coach in business, instead of us trying to change our thinking to match the thinking of our coach, we play this game of we try to make the coach understand our thinking. You know, my job is not to help Swan think like me. I want to think like him. My job isn't to come into Tight Next program and say, man, this is why this isn't working. These are my thoughts. I want to find out the way they think it, even though you're going to disagree with it. It's impossible for you to agree with it and not have the same results that gets happening. The moment that your mindset lines up, your habits change, and then you start getting the right results. So we have to approach this business with a level of humbleness, but also you can't be too humble. You can't just lean on your upline and say, I'm new, they're there. Chances are the person that recruited you is a good person. They love you. They want you to win. And they might not have a clue what to do. But that's okay, because you can win big time. Because we got a system. See, in a personality-driven business, we don't have a chance. But with WSD, this is why I'm so proud of your world system. Because I have a community of like-minded people. I have a community called Tight Next, which is the best team that I've ever been on. If I wanted to go to war, those would be the guys. And I'll tell you something, I would be scared. I'd be scared to go up against that group. We have the best of the best. And we have, I'll tell you, I have, there's whatever the word is that's more than respect. There's one way, but also Felicia. She's someone that I follow. And I'm very proud to say that. I feel very confident putting my family's future behind this awesome group. Now, we can have everything lined up, but if we don't bring the discipline, if we don't bring the desire and the hunger, nothing's going to happen. See, you need to make a decision that you're going to start winning. As an organization, we're winning big time and we're just getting started. But you make a decision that you're going to win. It's okay. You need to start making some big money. Because that when it comes to the most people that you're sharing with on a daily basis. Things you can control. When you show up in the morning, and you put these things together, and you're going to be able to build an incredible business. You know, I'm a proud world system builder. I'm a student of the system. I'm a proud member of Tight-Nex. And let's go and do something crazy because the world needs us. Thank you.
We're gonna go lunch now. I want to be the first one to go up there and tell you, rather than let the MC say, because I expect you to respect the convention and me. I expect you, every one of you, if you have a chance, when you come back here at 3:30, first of all, you gotta be early, on the latest, be on time.
Yeah.
Second thing, I like to not to walk around to distract people. If you need to go, hurry up and go. Because it's a very serious moment in my career. A lot of to be very disciplined. Okay? You are not here to let anybody think. And you are here to be part of the most disciplined convention with the most disciplined entrepreneur. Can we do that? Yeah. And we'll see you at 3:30. Thank you. And that concludes General Session 1.